watching those isolated storms towards the southwest, that Oklahoma. But those isolated storms only lasting about the next couple hours. I do think by the time we get 9, 10 o'clock, these isolated storms, they're dying. What I'm watching then after that comes after midnight, and that is going to be noisy for our storms. So our severe weather risk, not just for our storms this evening, but also for overnight, a slight risk here for far northwest Oklahoma. That is going to be for winds 60 to 70 miles an hour, a few isolated wind gusts up to 80 miles an hour, hail up to the size of about ping pongs, and then there is also, again, that very low tornado risk, a 2 on that scale of the 10. We're going to walk through our predictor here. You see those storms entering far northern Oklahoma by after 1 a.m., but that line after 4, 5, 6, reaching the OKC metro by the time you head out the door tomorrow morning on your Thursday. It is out of here by late morning tomorrow. A lot of heavy rain and also some strong winds with that. Also watching again late tomorrow night into early on our Friday. So we have multiple rounds of storms here we're going to be watching. OKC, though, you are quiet right now. Breezy at times, temperature in the mid-80s. Warmer southern Oklahoma. Cold front hasn't moved all the way through yet, so that is where it is much more unstable. We have those storms we are watching. Tonight, temperatures fall into the 60s, fairly cool. Tomorrow going to be feeling cooler than today. Stormy in the morning. That'll keep our temperatures in the 80s for us. Some 90s further towards the south, but overall a much cooler day than the last few days. Those red alert panels for your Thursday and Friday because of those severe storms. We'll also watch those storm chances as we get into the weekend, and those high temperatures staying only around 90. And you're up to date with the latest first alert forecast. Sabrina, thanks. A woman.
Okay. No. This is a 2-hour deal. Even though it's going to be 2 hours. Well, I'll put those online, put the information in the audio from what channel, and remember, channel 4 is not online right now. Now, the parent owner of Nexstar has not hit no agreement yet, so we are getting audios only from approximately Channel 5 and Channel 9. Only 3. 4 isn't on our system. It's still down, so no agreement has not been agreed yet. So, unfortunately, things do not happen yet. And hopefully by Friday, this coming Friday after tomorrow, hopefully we'll have some kind of bill made in between Nexstar and DirecTV. We hope by Friday. We hope we get some kind of deal with Channel 4 by Friday. We hope. That's what Channel 4 just said a while ago. Maybe they will get some kind of deal stuff between DirecTV and TriStar to come together with one price for you direct people that don't get Channel 4 right now. So you're gonna have to go back to the video audio of they'll listen to what's going on, and our audio on DirecTV on the local channels is working now. So Charlie looked at the problem, and I don't know, when the system went down last Friday or Saturday night, what time that was, we lost the channel sound, and pardon me. No, nothing from KO, K4 TV or KW TV. Yeah, but to prove it, let's see. Now Channel 4, Channel 3 there.
When you want at the best possible value. Every few years, we must work on new agreements with networks to deliver their programming.
And Channel
Most
7.
renewal agreements go off without a hit. And then we run into a snag like what we're experiencing with this Nexstar-owned station. We apologize for not being able to provide entertainment currently, and we appreciate your patience while we work to restore your local.
What local ones I can do right now? It's Channel 5, 9, and 25, and that's the That's the only channel I can, three channels I can get right now that's local. But they're not showing anything specifically. Ooh. They changed the anything to something else. Oh. Uh, so far, nothing really going on right now. I can right now take the line out. If we get something that knocks our electrical out, which I need to start doing right now.
Information and other potential assistance.
Else, and something in me's just like, help it.
No, right now, no, the local channels are not regular about Oklahoma at the moment. It's not, no, it's just severe weather coming in. So, like severe storms or something. But if something does tornadic out, we will go right to the bill here and I'll watch channel 5 and 9 and 25 as much as possible while we're online. And I got the T4 app going. Apparently, things are slowing down a little. I mean, with them somewhat, but we can outroll. And that thing's going to happen. Okay, listen up. We are under. It might be some slightly. I'm talking about a very small percentage number. Something good tornadic. Nothing to warn you. Just let you know. Channel 5, 9, and Fox 25 does not have no edges. Fox, even those stats past up 30 and
These storms in the state, and they are starting to merge a lot closer towards together. Southwest Oklahoma, really the main focus for me for tonight. We're watching another cluster over in Texas. Eventually, this is going to be diving for those of you near I-40 and closer towards far western Oklahoma. Another round of storms later on tonight that we'll be watching for you. Keep it with KOCO 5 News, and we'll bring you.
okay, we're going to keep up with the weather and I gotta go to the restroom real quick. I'll put it in small print. Before it gets really stormy here. I should be back by 6:43, at least 6:43. If the power goes down, I'm kind of put the timer. No, I want the timer. Okay, I got the timer up, so in case the power goes down in a hurry, I can hurry quickly if it starts thundering. I gotta go to the bathroom right now. I'll be back in 15 minutes. You know, I am monitoring what's going on northwest of us here a little bit. I want to really kind of keep an eye on it a little bit. Yeah, this, we don't have the audio right now from Channel 5 yet, right now, and Channel 4 will not be able to hear because her owners are having conflicts with the North Star and Chat Tex are kind of having some problems right now a little bit. It looks like it's all along the south of Federal as well, and going around probably. I don't know. Now Fox 25 is Channel 6 here, so no, it ain't local Channel 6 or anything like that. It is Fox 25, and I was back about roughly under 10 minutes. I've been back in about 2 minutes, I think, and we've been online. I mean, well, right now I'm watching the big radar stuff here. That's pulling right close to Eric right now. I mean, I told my niece to look out for the weather coming toward her, and I mean, it's right. Now the one in Mangum was the one that Channel 5 was looking at, and the stores that's around south of Eric is the ones that they worry about right now. But I'm watching the big batch just coming in for the northwest, which is moving. I'm not sure what the speed is, but really keep a close eye on Sarah. It ain't directly in Sarah yet, but I mean, it's not even close to us yet. We just got one little line that's passing, this about right past Sweetwater here in a little while. And you're gonna start this heading toward Sweetwater, that's heading toward us. I think that's Sweetwater to here, I'm not sure, but hey, like I said, I'm gonna keep you guys. So right now, the only warned storms we got right now south of here right now. And that in the southeast of Arizona and then out somewhat, just south of Arizona. And storms are brewing like crazy around here right now. And I'm going to keep it within the twilights of Beckham County. What does that mean? I don't know. I got the most southern Boot Hill here and the North Boot Hill area of Beckham County. I mean, I got just the county itself, and you just heard a crash of thunder just now. I mean, things are very. I mean, it's just unstable right now. It's not low enough for tornadic weather or anything like that yet. Just letting you know, and I don't know what channel will have weather updates I'll put the channel number in the channel. Well, the call letters in the channel number. That's all I will do. And it was audio from Channel 5, and right now there's nothing really going on here in Beckham County at all. I mean, except for a few light showers, maybe some thunderstorms, maybe a little bit. We've been on for about 24 minutes. I'm watching the storm that is coming out of the northwest. And as it heads into Beckham County, this whole town was closed up. Just remember, we cannot get Channel 4 weather because of the deal with TriStar Nexstar. The parent company Nexstar are trying to negotiate between their prices and DirecTV's prices, and they want to see if they can get this thing solved. I hope they do. And right now, I am monitoring the weather on the radar app from Channel 4, but we cannot get Channel 4 audio because of the dispute in between DirecTV and Nexstar. They have not got it solved yet, and hopefully they'll have the channels back on. Hopefully we can get the channels go back to normal. We hope. As a matter of fact, just southeast of Eric, there's some thunderstorms going up. And unfortunately, I don't know that these guys have no local TV on some channels or not, but hey. And when it comes to weather, I for certain things what happen here. Damn. Hey, Smarty, that should be a W. If I was wrong, Damn. A lot of O's. And no more vowels. Oh no. No arrow vowels. I did not think about it. And right now I'm watching. There's some rainstorm here in Air as well, and you gotta think this guy's look on his face where he's going. If you're watching KLC on TV Count 5, you probably just saw it. $7,500 for a trip. Not bad. We hope that Channel 4 and KAUTV 43 back on. We hope by the hopefully in about another 2 more days here. And it's been down for 4 days. I mean, 3 days. A full 3.5 days now. And technically it's been 3 full days today. And no, it's been 4 days. Well, actually it went down Sunday night, so it's been 3 days. Technically 3 days. And okay. Okay, now the sound on the audio on the sound channels that was down, I got it to work properly, and maybe they was for the still, so maybe they was for good. And why does Channel 42 don't have any sound? I don't know. Now, this is only a 2-hour show tonight. Right now, the reason why we're on is because of the weather right now. Apparently, though, I cannot read the county that Nine has there, because we don't have no weather channel either, so that kind of blahs it. Not done it. Okay, now it's starting the rain here in Sarah, Oklahoma. It's raining right now here in Sarah. Like really, really hard. I mean, hard. I mean, it's trying to troubleshoot right now. Get the signal right again, so it will stay in. Right now, the signal is out because of hard rain. I wish they would have music on that too, but they don't. They might have it someday. Right now, there's some very strong weather going on right now here in Beckham County, and there's no telling why the satellite went down. So if you got local TV on regular cable TV, go to your channel right now. Go to your local spot that you watch the channel on, and our TV is down. It's down. Down, I mean, put down. It's, it's raining really hard right now. You guys can hear, but I can hear it back there. apparently there's a lot of rain coming down right now, and I don't know why they don't have uh, well, our stuff is pretty well affected right now. I mean, they got a lot of thunderstorms going up right now. I mean, storms are going up right here in Sarah as well, and they're preventing us to have a signal. Our signal is lost right now, so we cannot do nothing. When it rains hard, you cannot do nothing. Just sit there and watch. It's the same thing when it ices on your satellite. If you get a heat pad for your satellite, you won't have that problem in the winter. It's straight no TV all the time. That's what we had last winter. When it first snowed on our satellite, there was no TV for 3 hours and something, I think. And Charlie did not want to risk. I said, Charles, go get that satellite melter, a melting pan that will melt the ice at certain degrees, and it probably cost us a little bit to do that. But right now, it is raining like cats and dogs right now, and there's been no signal for 10 minutes. I mean, the signals are rarely going out right now, and I mean, there's no signal anywhere right now. Uh, um, I'm trying to find a channel that might be lit up. Right now, we got one area right over Sarah that's raining so hard that it shows like we got like 600 an inch an hour right now, and that is a lot of rain on the fall. Channel 15 went out probably 10 minutes ago, and it's about really bad a little bit all going around, and 15 still in. I mean, let's put on 35 real quick. 15 just went out. I'm trying to find the channels that had not gone out. I mean, we got 5 cables on one satellite, and when everything gets affected, you can't get nothing. I mean, total nothing. Maybe I'm wrong. Some channels is working, some are not. And it's apparently the local channels that are not working right now.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
Now, some of the channels are coming back. And now I'm trying to figure out where the local channel system is back or not. Because Channel 5 is back on us, and I think, no, this, guys, we might have some more. And right now, we're really seriously keeping up with the weather right now, and there's some pretty significant weather coming into the county, and nothing severe right now. Yes, you notice? No, I didn't. But right now, we're getting pockets of rain that's really condensed. And just letting you know what's going on with our weather right now, what's going on these chats. The local channels are back, and we'll get to see next Tuesday. I think it's next Tuesday's All-Star game will be on Fox 25 next Tuesday night. Hey, that's big happy. Because the winning team gets to host the first game of the World Series who wins the game. And the All-Star game, no matter the National League or American League or the National League, whoever wins out of that game, the team that wins, no matter the National or the American, the winning team gets the winning league gets to host the game in October when the World Series starts. Like, for example, the National League wins the game, and which used as a potential St. Louis Cardinals wins the national title, and they get to host the game first. The first 2 days and the last 2 days. That's how the World Series is hosted. The winning team gets first, the losing team gets 3, host their home team for 3 days, and then they're back to the losing home team if it goes that far. And that's how the World Series is done. If it goes the entire 7, it'll be right back to if, for example, if the National League wins next Tuesday night, they will be hosting the first 2 games and the last 2 games. That's if it goes to the last 2 games. If it does, that means that team will be eligible to win. Oh my God, Steve Harvey. But I'm not allowed to put the sound up unless it's super weather, okay? Right now, right in the outer counties, there's a lot of rainfall. I mean, rainfall like you'll never believe. And that's just south of Adams right now. And I don't know if it's moving this way or not. Whoa. We do got a timer running. I will go back and check on it in a little bit. I'm going to put our timer on. This makes our timer in case. I'm going to, with this being a real stormy night, I'm going to put no, I'm not going to do that. I can tell you that. I'm going to put my emergency equipment like my light, and everything. Make sure that it stays on. Things that got really light a little bit. I have got my emergency lights on right now because it looks like it could be in for a stormy night here. And I want to make sure that my cell phone is connected to the other side of the gear here. Now, during the power outage, the computer might lose some very quickly. Can that doesn't turn the brightness down on the computer, so it won't run the computer down so much. I do got everything connected to the laptop right now in case the lights go out. And I got me some $100 thinking problem here. Not to worry about the radio. I got radio as well, so but Steve Harder, Judge, are you joking? I thought Steve Harder would not go this big, but he is. Okay. I did not know that Steve Harder. Maybe after the next couple of days with thunderstorms, they might have agreement someday. But apparently, no, they don't right now. And I'm gonna, if the power goes down, I have to simply zap this video quickly. And as you probably noticed, I'm gonna have it raised as the lights go outside. I thought sometimes on that damage will come back kind of slowly, and it will be back soon. No, something like that. Those sounds are back right now, but one channel's not. 43 and channel 4 are not back right now. And not, this one's not, and or Red TV actually. Now, what the heck did Chef Raymond do to his hair? They colored it a little? Not bad. He probably won't get mad at me. I don't think he will. By now, if I don't go back to the K4 app right now, and we might get free TV. I don't know. Yeah. Right now they starting to come around the county a little bit more, and yeah, apparently sometimes local channels do that to you when you don't know. I know that the county police department is looking out for these storms right now, and unless something comes up, no, we will probably have to leave airway a little bit. More than likely, we're gonna have to leave there tonight anyway. Like the guy heard say back about over an hour ago. It could be 2 hours before I can get here. And matter of fact, just has rain started here in South. They put the satellite out for a while. And they got satellite here, and which I wish they never done. And right now we're on channel 8, which is 52, by the way. I'm going to say that thing. That's channel 8. Yeah, 52 channel 8, which is all from the city channel. And right now, I never seen the Sweetheart Judge show before until the night, and I don't think that thing was been starting to hear so that much all the time. But sometimes it does. When there's nothing seriously going on right now in the state or anything like that. And, you know, well, it's like that, so the local weather is very important for any part of the state of Oklahoma, no matter what state you're in. you know, some of you local ones are really special to us because we need to show you guys well more often. But again, we've got all those cheap channels, and that's not really smart. Well, 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 still bright, Simon. I thought, I'm kind of watching right now. A little bit right now, and okay, we're into the second hour, and nothing really has happened, and lights are backed up right now, the whole light is, and the cell phones are backed up as well, so, um, like, right around the area in south of, whoa, heard that rain? It's moving all the way around a little bit, but oh, gross. Okay, we're in the second hour. Okay, let me try to mark this down. Let me mark this down before we go in. So bad here. Yeah. But our deal's going to do it. In a couple of days, probably like, I don't know when, but um, okay, so that's not anything bad going on. So you're on satellite, not might be maybe the rain, you might get your satellite out for a while, probably. But most things I do sometimes, you don't know. We got some rain in the county right now going on, and we went to the bathroom one time about, I think, an hour ago, I think it was. And I don't want to be messing around right now, but I gotta go to the bathroom badly, and Bill want me to pull the sets back to not tomorrow morning when I leave the room, so she can sleep underneath this area back here. That's that. But I'll not do things early. So I can do that early. And then I'll start saying, guess what? Hey, it'll be back in 15 minutes. If the bell goes out, no. I'm gonna I'll be back in 15 minutes, okay? But it's not really good that much in Sarah right now. I'll be back in about 15 minutes. Okay, I'm back. I thought that took a little while, but I had a number 2. I had number 2, so that's what's left of it. That was holy crap. 27 minutes ago. I was on 20 minutes. Yeah, 20 minutes. Almost 20 minutes. So, we do got some rain going on right now, and not so thunderous or anything like that, but it's kind of lightning. I've been back for a while, and not very much is going on right now here in Saturday. I'm back up right now for a little while, and I got 3 minutes to go off airtime, and I'll get the timer back up. And I got the timer running, which has been running for the last 2 hours, and we got 2.5 minutes to go, and it came on about, I guess it was, no, we still got 23 minutes. We still got 23 minutes to go, and 22 minutes. And I guess it was just a little after 6 o'clock when it came on. That's when storms started to come in, and we're right at 1 hour, 38 minutes now. And in the last hour, the TV went out for a little while, and no, for a little while, for about 20 to 30 minutes, we had no pictures at all. I'm gonna look here, and no channel back yet on that one. The other one is not back yet, so 43 and Channel 4 are both out because of the dispute going on right now between DirecTV and the decision between DirecTV and Nexstar, the parent company of both channels, for Channel 43 and for Channel 4. There's a debate going on right now. When you get a double channel with a sister station, now that is a hard thing to do, and it's probable that things cannot get what's out for a few days, but maybe by the first 10 days it might happen, and So why put a report to Charles that the cells on our system is not acting right? It's the cells that's not acting right. It's not just one TV. It's all the 30 something Chat TVs that's on one bill, and that's what the bill is. Whoa. Uh-oh. A tornado warning in Greater County. A tornado warning in Greater County, so I better stay on for a little while but now. And apparently there's a radar indicated tornado maybe going up here. And David might come up here in a little bit. Maybe. It doesn't say where in Greater County, but I'm not gonna say it's gonna be named or not, but which I doubt. It does not say where in Greater County it's located, but I'm gonna go toggle to that location. And apparently it is west of Mangum. Just west of Mangum is what I'm saying. Going into Greater County from that's outside the Harmon and Greater County location. It's this radar indicated. It does not mean it's on the ground, but this is kind of a nighttime situation here for you guys. If it is one on the ground or not, okay, here's step 5.
CO5 First Alert Weather Severe Weather Update.
Meteorologist Sabrina Bates here with a brand new update for far southwest Oklahoma. That confirmed tornado that was in Texas with that tornado warning. Brand new update here in about the last 3 minutes. That tornado warning does now extend further into southwest Oklahoma. We're waiting for that red polygon to continue being drawn up, but that will go until 8:45. All of these other storms that you're seeing further towards the east, those are not severe warning, just a lot of heavy rainfall with that. But this right here over into Texas to the northeast side rather of Wellington, pushing into far northern Harmon County. There's the polygon right there, red drawn. That is the new tornado warning we are watching. We have field meteorologist Michael Armstrong. He is out watching this storm right now. Michael, give us a look at what's going on out there.
Right, so this is just a massive supercell that's rolling in from Texas into Oklahoma, and you can see how far it stretches. And look at the lightning there in the core of the storm on the right side. Now over on the left, this is the area that's just now getting ready to cross into Oklahoma west of Vincent, and you can see how low it is. What I don't see at this time are any condensation funnels extending to the ground, so I don't see any tornadoes at this moment, but there have been some rotation and there's been some brief funnels within that lowered area. It very well may be, Sabrina, that a tornado could wrap up in that rain and hail that you're looking at in a shot right there. You can see how green the sky is. So intense precipitation right now within this storm as it continues to move to the southeast. Very dangerous storm for parts of Harmon County. If you live in Benson, you want to take your tornado precautions. Also in Reed, find a good tornado safe spot as well, perhaps even as far south as Hollis if the storm were to go a little bit further south. It is fairly sparsely populated out here. It is a rural area, but this is a really, really powerful tornado warning storm right now.
That's absolutely right, Michael. We have a dangerous, powerful storm. You could just see that from his shot here. Of course, all that heavy rainfall as well. So, like he mentioned, you very well will not be able to see that rotation, that tornado, if it is within this storm. Tornado warning again continues further towards the southeast. This right here, you see these bright colors showing up. This over Madge, that is the rotation that I'm watching further towards the southeast. We'll be continuing to watch this for you as that rotation pushes further into Oklahoma. Keep it with KOCO5 News, and we'll bring you the first alert.
Northwest of the Coral area. I can circle that for you real fast. So this is where those very, very strong winds are getting pulled into that updraft again. So that's where very, very strong winds going to be coming in all the way from Vincent to Madge to Carl up into this storm here right now. Again, the hail threat not currently too worrisome, but there is a lot of mid-level rotation. So it's pretty much right there in between Carl and Madge. If I zoom in close enough, I can read these roads off for you. So in between East County Road 1420, East County Road 1450, and North County Road 1700. That's really where we're going to be watching for a potential tornado to currently be on the ground. Take a look here and see if we do have anything on the debris ball. Not a whole lot showing up, but it's a little messy. We're a bit far away from the radar to really pick up on a potential debris ball. You typically need to see bright greens and bright blues showing up. So the yellows really does indicate that there's going to be some strong winds there, probably kicking up some dust and things like that as those winds get pulled up into the updraft and up into the storm to fuel it. But some good news that currently not a debris ball showing up on the radar. So some very good news for folks out there in Harmon County here right now. So take a look at the shear rate. Yeah, so we're seeing moderate to extreme or strong shear in this storm here right now. So we kind of mentioned, or I mentioned that, the overall rotation very, very broad in this entire, rotating supercell, this mesocyclone that's now moving out of eastern Texas into western Oklahoma. So a lot of mid-level rotation. Again, this did have a history of producing a tornado, not currently on the ground. And this really wasn't what we were expecting out of this whole setup here earlier this evening. Really, the main severe weather event is going to be late tonight and overnight into early tomorrow morning as we watch a storm complex drop down out of southern Kansas and into northern Oklahoma. But the outflow boundary from the storms this morning continue to push into southwest Oklahoma, the eastern Texas panhandle, and this is really where those storms are forming along that outflow boundary. And then also there was a weak trough across the eastern Texas panhandle as well. So those storms have continued to fire off, and they've just kind of meandered around across the eastern Texas panhandle here for about the last, I'd say, 2 to 3 hours or so. But they're now just beginning to make their way into western Oklahoma. Latest radar scan that you saw there, the rotation looking a little bit weaker, a little bit broader. So some very good news on that front. We clear out those reflectivity values again. This is for Harmon and just a snippet of Greer County until 8:45. Switch it back over to our velocity product right now. So right in between Carl and Madge or Mage. Jeremy, if you're in my ear, or Tom, you can correct me if I'm saying Mage or Madge incorrectly. But let me put a new track on this again. This is moving to the southeast at about 15 miles per hour. So Vincent, it is headed your way. It's going to be there in about 20 minutes, if not maybe a little bit sooner than that. Could be about 15 or so. It does look like this thing might be picking up steam or speed just a little bit. So anywhere on the south sides of Carl, Mage, and then also Vincent, this is right now when you want to be taking your tornado precautions. Get to the most interior part of your home. That could be either an inner closet, an inner bathroom. You guys know the drill. Just get inside, hunker down, cover yourselves up here. And again, this is going to go for about another 30 to 40 minutes or so for you folks in Harmon and Greer County. So that last radar scan, not looking nearly as impressive as it was, but again, we're going to watch it pretty closely here as this continues to move further and further to the southeast. Really just a very, very broad storm moving now out of the Texas panhandle. Again, we do have that other severe thunderstorm warning. That's for the southern part of Harmon County. That also goes until 8:45 and also goes into Jackson County as well. This is just mainly for some large hail. Check out that hail core. That's going to be anywhere from about 1 to 2 inch in diameter hail, even 3 inches. So they're going to be talking about tennis ball to potentially even baseball size hail being seen just on the southwest side of Gold, just to the north of the Lewis area. So some very, very large hail in that storm wind gusts out of that pretty much anywhere from about 50 to 60 miles per hour. So just treat this just as dangerously as what a tornado could potentially be when you get hail sizes that large. So that's just a quick look at that other storm that we have on the southern extent there. Switch it back over to reflectivity real fast. We do have a few more storms a little bit. It's a stand-up. County all seeing some storms. So Sentinel, Dill City, you're also seeing some heavy rain. I don't have the lightning on, but there is a decent amount of lightning in that storm. Similar story for Moravia, Willow, Plainview, Bloomington, all currently seeing some heavy rain and some gusty winds as well, but really not nearly as strong as the huge hailstorm that we have down in southern Harmon, and of course the tornado warning storm that has been just kind of meandering around for a little bit. If I put the radar loop on real fast, and I'll just loop it for about the last 2 hours or so, you'll kind of be able to see the transition of where this storm has been. So it was up in Wheeler, Texas for quite a while. It had multiple severe thunderstorm warnings on it, then a destructive severe thunderstorm warning. They often put that on when they start to see those wind gusts in excess of about 70 miles per hour. And then they got that confirmed tornado warning as it just moved to the north of Wellington and then began to make its way into western Harmon County there. So it's been up, just kind of meandering around for quite a bit. And this really hasn't been a favorable, setup for tornadoes here today for the most part. We do have a little bit of an east wind. That's mainly due to those storms this morning and the outflow boundary behind it. So some east winds, some low level shear, and this is pretty much what we end up with here then with this tornado warning for Harmon County. But again, for the most part, we're not expecting an outbreak or anything like that here today. This seems to be a fairly localized event as this storm moves into the western part of Harmon County here. So again, folks in Carl, Madge, Vincent, make sure you're taking your tornado precautions right now. Let's check out the latest radar scan. So still, you're going to see where that area of rotation is. It's just about to the intersection. Let's see if these roads pop up. Not sure which intersection this is, but East County Road 1450, North County Road 1700 is pretty much where that tightest area of rotation is currently showing up. If I switch it back over to our Barron button, so there is some very good news on the latest scan. So we were seeing wind gusts in excess of 40 to 50 miles per hour, or not 40 to 50, excuse me, 80 to 100 miles per hour being seen, kind of getting sucked into the updraft of this storm. Latest scan, those wind speeds have come down a substantial amount, now only about 60 to 70 miles per hour, right overhead of Mage and then to the north side of there. So you're still going to see some very, very strong gusty winds, not only here, but also out ahead of it. All these winds kind of getting sucked up into the storm. Outflow boundaries from the storm further south in southern Harmon County also getting drawn up into it as well to help fuel this storm. But it's a very good news. It does seem to be at least broadening out a little bit here, beginning to weaken just a hair. And we are kind of expecting that as we go throughout the remainder of the evening. We get closer to about 9:30. The overall environment for the sustainment of these storms should begin to diminish because that outflow boundary is going to be actually well off to the southwest at this point. So they're going to start to just sort of get undercut here over about, probably the next 30 to 45 minutes or so. So we'll see how long these things can kind of sustain themselves, but we're not expecting this to be, an all evening event for folks down there in the southwestern corner of the state. So I'm just going to zoom back in here. I'm going to put a new track on this, checking to see if the National Weather Service has said anything. Winds up to about 70 miles per hour possible. Hail up to golf balls is also possible, not only in this tornado warned supercell, but also the one for southern Harmon County, which I've been talking about a little bit as well. So both of these supercell thunderstorms could see up to golf ball size hail. National Weather Service kind of also agreeing that the low level wind shear and that, that mid-level rotation, it's enough to sustain these storms and to keep that tornado warning intact here for, at least the next 30 minutes or so. But overall, things don't look terrible with regards to just how much rotation we have in the atmosphere. So they're also kind of agreeing that overall the storm does begin to look like it's weakening just a little bit, but still take it seriously. Make sure you're in your safe place. Again, I mentioned I was going to put a new track on this. I'm going to go ahead and do that here for you right now. Let me minimize my National Weather Service chat, send it back over to Velocity. So again, here's going to be where that tightest area of rotation is now, just beginning to move maybe past Mage by about a mile or so. So again, folks in the Carl, Mage, Vincent area, make sure you're taking your precautions. I'm going to speed this up here by about 5 miles per hour. So Vincent, you have about 15 minutes to make sure you take your tornado precautions, and anyone who lives on the south sides should also be doing that. Similar story for Sandy. Anyone on the north or northeast sides of Sandy, you're also in this tornado-warned polygon. So this, these storms could often begin to turn to the right, especially as they move to the southeast. So being mindful of that, this storm could take a right turn, could also take a left as well. Obviously, we don't typically speculate which way it could go, but everyone within this polygon, and not just in this cone of warning, needs to be making sure they're taking their tornado precautions seriously here this evening. So again, this does go until 8:45 tonight for you folks who do live down in southwestern Oklahoma. And if you were trying to tune into, I believe it was Chef's Kitchen with Gordon Ramsay, I'm not sure what the show is actually called. We do have a tornado warning in Harmon and Greer County, and this goes until 8:45. So that is why we are interrupting your programming for the time being. As soon as this warning ends, we'll get you back out to your show. But until then, you're just going to be riding along here with us until we can safely say folks are in the clear. But until then, we're going to continue to track this storm. Again, we do have some more showers of storms just a little bit further eastward, actually a little bit closer to the metro area. So Jester, Plainview, Willow, Moravia, seeing some showers of storms there right now, potentially 40 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts. North sides of Kiowa County, Hobart, Sentinel, south sides of Dill City, really Cloud Chief. You're also seeing some showers and storms there. A little bit of some lightning too, but overall the hail up there not nearly as bad. And again, only potentially about 40 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts can be seen. Latest radar scan there again. That looks like just in one more scan, those winds have continued to come down. So still some very, very good news. Still could see quarter-sized hail when you get into that light purple shade. That's typically about quarter to maybe even $half-sized hail potentially. So the hail core is beginning to come down. It was producing golf ball to even tennis ball sized hail earlier in the evening as it was further west in the Texas Panhandle. So overall trend here is continuing to weaken quite a bit, but this is really that area that we're going to be watching. That's where that inflow notch is going to be, those strongest winds, and right where that potential tornado could also be as well. This storm does have a history of producing a tornado. There was a confirmed tornado warning just to the west of this warning polygon to the north of Wellington, Texas. They actually do still have that polygon on there. I would assume they would get rid of that here before too long. But no confirmed tornado on the ground, at least for the time being here in Oklahoma. But again, we're going to continue to watch this and take it seriously, just as if there potentially was a funnel there on the ground. So latest trends showing it's beginning to weaken a little bit. Overall, that polygon doesn't go real far out. So that is also some good news. Folks, downstream, the Reed area, Mangum, obviously you guys have a history of seeing a lot of big storms out that way. Schroeder, Russell, you're not currently in that polygon, but folks in the Ron area, north sides of McKnight, Sandy, you all.
We were just merely suggesting. Nice.
Direction or trend here. We also do have, though, this severe thunderstorm warning for the southern part of Harmon County and also into Jackson County. This also runs until 8:45. This was the big hail core we were seeing a little while ago. Still looking pretty strong. So temperatures a little bit warmer down here in far southwest Harmon County or southwest Oklahoma. So not surprised to see some larger hail cores down in this area. So the Lewis area, you got a very, very big storm overhead of you right now. Anyone in this polygon also should be taking the storm very seriously. Big hail in there, and also likely some gusty winds as well with some of those downdrafts. But overall, no rotation showing up on that one. So pretty much this looks like a hailstorm for the Lewis area. Might be a little bit of an inflow there on the south side. You can see a little bit where that notch is, but based off of velocity, not looking too worrisome for the time being. So this is pretty much what we're working with, just the southwestern corner of the state. All of northern Oklahoma for the time being is quiet. The metro area is quiet, pretty much the entire I-35 corridor, but we are expecting to see more storms after midnight tonight. We're going to see a storm complex drop down out of eastern Colorado, southwestern Kansas, and then move into initially the Texas and Oklahoma panhandles by about 2 to 3 a.m. and then begin to move into some of our northwestern counties. So Woodward, Harper, Woods counties, you're likely going to see some pretty strong storms move in, I'd say by about 4 a.m. here later on tonight. Main threat's going to be 60 to 80 mile per hour wind gusts. Could see up to golf ball size hail as well, and also some very, very heavy rain. We could see anywhere from ½ inch to 1.5 inches of rain locally in some spots for some of our northern counties. And then that whole storm complex likely going to move through the metro area by about sunrise, sometime between, say, 5 and 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. So there's just a little precursor to the rest of our severe weather chances overnight tonight and then into early tomorrow morning. But for the time being, our really main severe weather threats just going to be the storm down here in far western Harmon County. Again, this goes until 8:45. Check in with the National Weather Service and see if they have any new information. We're really only expecting this to persist for about maybe the next hour and a half or so. After that, they're kind of expecting the overall ingredients in the atmosphere to be much, much weaker, and a lot of these supercells probably will not be able to sustain themselves. So hopefully this warning will expire at 8:45 and folks can kind of be in the clear after that. I'm going to check back in here with the Barron button and just see. Yeah, so still waiting on that latest radar scan, I believe. Hail not looking too impressive. And again, those inflow winds also not terrible either. So 1 inch hail and about 50 to 60 mile per hour wind gusts on that inflow notch currently. Based on velocity, yeah, that looks way messier. So much broader rotation now. Probably not going to be able to pick out exactly where that tightest area of rotation is going to be. Probably just to the southwest side of Vinson is where that closest area of rotation, but that's still fairly broad, doesn't look all that impressive for the time being. So that's some very, very good news. I'm going to put one more track on this here.
No.
Again, this is moving to the southeast about 15 or 20 miles per hour. I'm speeding it up just a hair. This is a fairly rural part of southwest Oklahoma, so nowhere's really popping up in between. But folks in Vinson, on the north sides of Ron, even western sides of Reed, northwest sides of Schroeder, all should be taking your tornado precautions right now. Make sure you get to the most interior part of your home, either get into an interior closet, bathroom, or if you have a storm shelter or basement, obviously you know the drill. You live in southwest Oklahoma, so you see storms like these big supercells coming out of the panhandle all the time, and clearly tonight really no different. So this tornado warning for Harmon and Greer, that again goes until 8:45. Same story for the southern hailstorm down in Harmon County, in the southern part of Harmon County. That's mainly right over top of the Lewis area. We were still seeing about 2 to 3 inch sized hail. Great news there. It looks like the hail sizes have come down a little bit. So overall, the trending here is these storms continue to move just a little bit further to appear to weaken more and more. So some very, very good news on that front. Still just seeing kind of some heavy rain there from northern Kiowa, southern Washita County, Willow area. Just some heavy rain, some gusty winds. That's going to be about 40 to 50 miles per hour at the most with some of those downdrafts. So those storms not looking too impressive, but these storms for Harmon County and western Greer are still looking pretty strong. They have continued to weaken, but they're still strong storms nonetheless. So latest scan there, let me turn off the lightning so you can actually see. So yeah, there just came our latest one, still looking very messy. When you start to see reds and greens kind of mixed in there, so you go from red to green again, that shows there's a lot of different winds in there, but really no tight area of rotation currently being seen. So overall, that broadest area continuing to broaden out more and more and weaken quite a bit for folks. So still some good news, but again, tightest area is probably just going to be on the south side of Vinson by about a mile or two, maybe 3 miles at the most there. So folks to the west of Madge, closer to the Texas border, you're going to be in the clear of this tornado warning for the time being. But anyone from pretty much Vinson over to Sandy and just a little bit further eastward then towards Reed, make sure you're taking these storms very seriously. Again, we have seen these storms have a history of producing a tornado. There was a confirmed tornado warning just in the north of Wellington, Texas, about 30 to 45 minutes ago or so. So it still is a dangerous storm, capable of producing one, but currently no reported tornado on the ground for the time being. And again, this really wasn't what we were expecting. Oh, I think the National Weather Service
Hello.
just canceled that tornado warning.
I'm in
Some great news there.
Hold on.
Tornado warning was canceled for Harmony, Greer County. Still,
Right now I'm
two
kind of
severe
marching.
thunderstorm warnings in
The only thing
in
was the
effect
margin
in
was right now
force
channel
5. So
5.
if a new warning comes out, we'll let you know. But as of right now, we're going to send you back to
Okay, we're
programming
going back to
for the rest of
our rotation. We're going to extend the broadcast a little bit. As long as there's something going on, we will continue for at least another hour. So we have an additional hour. This will be a third hour. So we will go to as long as conditions warn for a certain area, we will remain for at least another hour at least. Just stay in pain.
All is quiet here in Oklahoma City, right? Now, we will see storms late tonight and tomorrow morning in Oklahoma City, but for now, you got to go to the southwest. By the way, you are not missing any of your programming, all right? So good news there. Let's go to Valcaster. Links 1, there it is. Big storms, Rocky, Willow. These are not severe. Heavy rain, small hail. This storm is severe. It's no longer tornadic. And the last cut in there, I was telling you, like the circulation had weakened quite a bit, and it has, but still a severe storm, producing winds 70 to about 75. Now slamming through Harmon County, and another severe storm west of El Dorado, south of Hollis. So 2 big severe storms here. This one actually is beginning to take over. It's got a hook on it. It's got a mesocyclone in it, but not strong enough to get a tornado warning, but strong enough to get big hail and big wind as it slides down to the southeast. There's your couplet. And notice when you have the bright greens and the reds, and then it gets a little weaker, right? So that's weakening, but still nonetheless, could see winds 60 to maybe 70. Shear rate, little area of spin developing down here on that area of spin, circulation, and also our area now, which is crossing Highway 30, is much more broad than what it was. And even maximum rotation, see how it slices across Highway 30, and you see the reds there going away. So that's weakened for sure. As again, it's sliding off to the southeast. The hail sizes and that storm's come down, and that one have come down as well. We had some tennis balls down here earlier. That's dropped just a bit. Let's go out in the field, get an update from Val Caster. He's pretty close to Vincent, and get an update from Val. And Val, we have your audio up. Go ahead, give us an update.
Yeah, so David, right now we are just north of Hollis, headed south. And I tell you what, earlier, just not very long ago, we had winds exceeding 75 miles an hour west of Vincent near the border when the storm came through. Very, very strong straight line winds. And I would venture to say that this thing still does have some strong winds with it. Back to you.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think 60 to 70 is still a pretty good bet. That's what we're seeing on velocity here. Might have come down a notch, but still severe. And storm strength, this one's still hanging on. It kind of weakened a little bit. It's coming back up. This storm down here between Hollis and El Dorado, it is severe for sure. It's a big storm. It's a nasty storm. So Duke at about 940, and that's with that northwest storm, and then El Dorado at about 837. So 2 severe storms moving through Harmon County, and then eventually far southwestern Jackson County from El Dorado back to the west and over towards Duke. Big storms, big wind, and big hail. 7 News 9. We'll keep you advised.
Here, I like blue man.
Okay. That's all for now from the Oklahoma City locations. Remember, we cannot get Channel 4 because of that dispute with Red TV and next star, whatever. But I got the radar on. It's still got a storm warning for that far western part of Greer County and most of Harmon County, and they had dropped the tornado warning. So the tornado warning is still effective for a little bit for North, probably 15 more minutes for Harmon County, but it's not officially taken out yet. So I'm kind of waiting until I see this. The Pentagon that's showing. I just saw it just went away, so they allowed to expire it, and if it comes back again, I'll let you know. the tornado warning for Harlan County has seemed to be dropped. I cannot say that. I cannot say exactly when they did that. It's a good hump day Wednesday for the part of the state right now, so for the south of me here, which is where Harlan County and Grinnell County meet down here, not too far, southwest of me here, about 20 miles or so, I think. About 10 to 15, 20 miles, something like that. And you will see the audio from what channel I'm watching. I cannot tell you exactly what channel, because our channels are mixed, a mixed channel. Because we don't have no converter boxes or anything, so it won't be exactly channel 9, but I'll put together to the channel 9. The major, they know the major channel hub of that network, and which is the city channels and all that stuff. And we will continue for another hour here, for another 48 minutes here, and that'll make it, oh lordy, 9:20 at night, and maybe before too long. I don't know what's going on here. We are TV viewing. Now, if we had our regular cable, we would say what channel, this channel. That way and this way and that. I tried to correct the channel right, and that's how it is. We got caps turned in, and you know which channel you listen to, and I'll put audio from what channel we're getting this from, and that would be pretty legal on the FCC rules. Because the FCC rules do allow TV stations to broadcast severe weather, which they do now. Now, 40 to 50 something years ago, they couldn't. But KFR TV was the first channel that broadcast a real tornado warning in the FCC. Let's do it. And that was the limit. And the FCC knew all the TV stations across the United States to the tornado warnings out. But still thunderstorm warnings as well. When you we're not going to leave at this time and look up toward Beckham County. It looks like it's going to be a clear night here in Beckham County. I'm going to clear the slate board and go up to the south, go back to the northwest on the radar system and see how fast the storms are moving. And okay, I'm actually going to the Colorado storms, the ones that are supposed to be here later on tonight, and they seem to have it looks like Beckham County looks like it's pretty well sustained itself, and let's pull the map out here a little bit, and the most concerned area right now is between Wilton and Harlan County right now. That are the big areas right now, or from just east of Wilton to about Jackson County. So that is pretty much around the southwestern part of the state, which is just south of there. And now, if we I know it's been quite a few weeks. It's been like a couple of weeks since we played games, and I've been nothing to do that. But hey, severe weather is more important too, as well, as we all know. The last audio was from take those TV channel like up on the city, and I'm sure they will not mind us helping them. The local channels, no, can I get channel 4 right now? No, channel 4 is TFOR TV. TFOR. This is the one we have the speech with their owners. This is Nexstar, and they pretty well got things locked up right now for us not being the channel right now, and the agreement with Red TV has been on the table since the day they put it out. I'm not sure what the percentage of pay is, but no. Okay, I'm gonna kind of mention here, let's put it on channel 3 here before going back to the weather here. And apparently, sometimes the women know his food shows from his weather sometimes, but I don't think it's anything, okay? The Little County, okay, here's the channels that are currently, it did not say how long enough for me to read it. The KWTV channel 9 is on channel 4 here. Now 4 supposed to be 4, and 9 supposed to be 9 and 5. So, you get the channel number supposed to be the channel number, and it's not. And, so far, no, the only severe weather we got right now is in between Harmon and Jackson County right now with a thunderstorm warning until, 8:45. How about another? It's now 5.
First alert weather, severe weather update.
Meteorologist Sabrina Bates here with another update on the ongoing severe storms in far southwest Oklahoma. We no longer have a tornado warning in the state, which is great to see, but we do still have these severe storms that we are tracking further towards the southwest. The rest of the state, OKC, northern eastern Oklahoma, you do not have to worry about that severe weather for right now this evening. We look towards Granite, over towards Gotebo, Hobart, all of that rain there, I'm not concerned about either. We have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings though. One is going to be for the storm that was tornado warned, but as the trends continue with this storm, we're starting to see that not be as intense. We're no longer seeing that pronounced rotation. But this is over Madge and Vincent, eventually pushing further towards the southeast. You can see that rotation just not as lit up or as bright as it was a few scans ago, but still a storm that we are watching that could be dropping some decent sized tail. We do have meteorologist Michael Armstrong. Michael has been out watching the storm over the last few hours. When it was over into Texas, Michael, how's it looking like now?
Well, the storm has certainly lost some of its intensity from the last time we checked in with you, Sabrina. It doesn't have the tornado warning like you mentioned. It's still warned for up to 70-mile-per-hour winds. I would say that's really the main threat would be strong damaging winds with the storm and isolated pockets. Probably going to be over a fairly rural area if that happens. It still does have some structure to it, but I don't think it has near the hail threat. And it certainly doesn't have the tornado threat, but still could have some damaging winds. Back to you.
Thanks, Michael. We appreciate that report. And if we continue to see the trends of intensity going down, we very well could see that severe thunderstorm warning here for Harmon County eventually expire. But like Michael was saying, we have some really strong winds potentially with this storm, warned for up to 70 miles an hour. So that's where I have this tracker for where you would be seeing those stronger winds as the storm pushes towards the southeast at about 25 miles an hour, reaching Russell at about 8:51, Duke 9:13, Altus closer to 9:41 if it is able to really hold itself together as it pushes further towards the southeast. Another severe thunderstorm warning now we are watching your El Dorado. This one right here, same sort of threat we're watching. The really strong winds still could be producing some large hail with this. But we have Storm Chaser Chris Lee. He is out watching the storms for us here in the southern portion of Harmon County. Chris, what's it looking like out there?
Yeah, Sabrina, we're just west of El Dorado. We're looking to the west. You can kind of see the front of that storm kind of coming this way. Very heavy rain, some hail indicated in radar in there. And we have been watching a couple areas of rotation. They're just kind of skirting along the Red River, maybe even moving a little bit south. The Red River kind of goes towards the south in this area. So we're watching in this very kind of south edge of Hollis, Harmon County, south of Hollis. So we'll be watching this and let you know if we see anything a little more significant. Right now, we're not seeing anything rotation-wise that we're too concerned with. Brenda?
Great to hear that, Chris, that there's nothing too concerning right now, but we know that you and Mike will be keeping an eye on these storms further into southwest Oklahoma. Keep it with KOCO 5 News, and we'll bring you the first alert.
Okay, we'll wrap it up with Ballard. Okay, nothing really is going on, really, what they've been saying, and we will go probably for a little while until we don't get no more for a while, and no quite some time. No, it's been quite a while since we're Chapter 9 and Chapter 5, and sometimes I do put something wrong and I don't mean to. I try to put the right telecast, no city spelling, and like Oklahoma City is OKC, and mine is PAH Kentucky, or yeah, that would be the correct spelling. And so far, here's David.
And you get an update from Val and Val and Amy. Big gust front going on down there, Val, but that storm, it has weakened some. No longer tornado warning with that. I think it was weakening as it came into Oklahoma, but definitely still severe. Go ahead, give us an update.
Yeah, so David, definitely you're right. A big storm, lots of wind. We are not seeing the 75 plus mile an hour winds we saw earlier west of Benson. It dropped down more into the probably 55 mile an hour range with it. But nonetheless, still a very windy storm.
I
Still
spelled it wrong
some wind
again.
damage, so it needs
Don't
to be
worry about it.
watched. We'll keep an eye on it for you. Back to you.
All right, there we go. So Val again down there Hollis and south of Hollis, looking at that storm. All right, back to Lynx 1. This is southwestern Oklahoma. This is what's going on right now. See this? This is what comes out overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning. So hang on. All right, so we have some nice rains in Rocky and Hobart, Brakeman and Mangum. That's all good. And we have these two severe storms. Both of these are rotating thunderstorms, still capable of damaging winds to 60 to 65 miles per hour. Lots of heavy rain down in Harmon County right now. Well, the rain is certainly good. The hail core now is west of El Dorado, right along the Red River, now shoving into Texas with that southern storm. The northern storm over Benson, it's headed down between Hollis and Duke. Velocities have come down, winds about 60 to 65. Way it looks right now, and as far as anything spinning, maximum rotation, we had the big red bull right there, and that is now gone. So the rotation has come down. Still some quarter golf ball size hail. Benson storm is quarters are smaller, and the El Dorado storm is going to have some golf balls in it. Storm strength, strongest storm west of El Dorado. Storm track on the northern storm Duke at about 9:45. 7 is 9. We'll keep the advice.
Okay, that was 2002 Channel 9, and I know they pretty check me know when they come online. Make sure I put the channel right. And KFR, K4 Channel 4, Oklahoma City is not available. Now, if they were available, we will be with K4 TV, which is the only channel I watch anyway, and there's no telling how many Chat Texas I put up in the last, few hours, and no, in case I'm just break in, we just break in with them, and I bet you there's a lot of people that look on. They want Channel 4 back. But this is the time right now for them to be on, and when they got the speak going on, okay, what's the channel? Not that. That's why you should go to that TVPromise.com website and have them get something done with this, getting this dispute out of the way, and as you notice, I put the right channel. And now Channel 52 is a sister station of Channel 9, and they're an independent station. They don't have nothing with weather or anything, which they don't. And I wish they would give us the weather channel, because that will have a bunch. And but look, I want to tell you something. It's important to warn the people about the weather, particularly right now in southwestern Oklahoma, where all the warnings are at right now. All they are right now, they just took them out right now for a while. And I'm going to be on for another 32 more minutes, and that'll put us right about,
Every few years, we must work on new agreements with networks to deliver their.
well, I don't know who, with my bill. I don't know, I have to with my bill out, and, right now, it's in the 70s, and it's getting cold in here. I'm gonna pull my earbud. Hold on. Okay. The earbud's been pulled. It's 72 degrees outside. Didn't know that. And it's 79 in here, so it dropped it to about mid-70s very quickly, and we'll be on there for another 30 minutes and 10 more seconds, and if nothing doesn't come up, but they forecast anymore for the rest of the 30 minutes, we probably will go ahead and shut down. But meanwhile, listen up. You know what your favorite channel's Oklahoma City channel is? The one with the weather deal on it. You know what that channel is, so you say advice for yourself, and if things do come up in the they do come up with something like we'll go right to the channel and well, no, the weather has been the case this and nobody was came on there when it was coming to the weather. As I was coming from there tonight, I went, uh-oh. It looked like we're coming in for a solid couple of hours, and I decided to go ahead and do an extra hour show tonight in case that did happen. And everything with a 75-mile range area of us, it looks like it's going to be a pretty good go for a few hours anyway until after midnight tonight. And it was not online. Let's watch your local Oklahoma City channels. And I thought we just had something there for a minute, and I'll make sure I got the remote with me. And well, I'm trying to. We got, Chronicle, I can't say it correctly. Let's try to get out of nature's way right now a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna do it that way. Okay. So you guys don't know who you're talking to you. Uh-oh. It looks like a tornado Anticon has come up in the last couple of seconds. No one has not reported it yet, but it looks like the southwest part of Oklahoma is getting pretty well nailed a little bit. Particularly, that looks like Hollis. I cannot say, it's the south of Hollis right now. This new tornado Anticon, rotation Anticon is now called. There's probably got a lot of storm chaser on it right now, and if something comes up, we will go right to the audio. 9:55, and we've got 25 minutes, and that makes about 9. 8:55, that makes about 9:20 here. I'm getting kind of tired. No, we have to put this on no number on our clock tonight, and let me put that other book in here. That we actually did got one of our mess up put in, and in a couple hours, well, tomorrow will be the last day of whatever happens tomorrow, and KWTV has not come on yet. Apparently, there is a lower lock indicator on the new Channel 4 app. It is red, by the way, and the National Weather Service has not come on with the weather yet to the TV station yet, and so far not much has been happening, and there's no indications from the National Weather Service yet, and just now, on far northern, just in the last few minutes, uh, uh, stop it. They won't let me spell it. And that was just posted. This was just posted, so and that was just posted a while ago. And I'm gonna go back to the southwest part of the state. It's where all the storms are at right now. It's just not too far from Mangum, and I'm gonna put this. I'll probably put this with little Cap Sarah in there too. And okay, Well, I put the cameras wrong. I cannot get another thing. The typewriter, the damn typewriter is not good. Now 9 o'clock, and what? I think I'll go to the bathroom again.
The storms are moving in.
Fox 25's meteorologist Ross Mumon tracking severe weather as it moves across the state tonight. Ross, can we expect any of that here in the metro?
Hey, good evening, guys. Thankfully, the metro's in the clear for tonight. Now, I can't necessarily say the same thing early tomorrow morning as we see a very large storm complex drop down out of Kansas into northern Oklahoma and then eventually the metro area right around sunrise tomorrow morning. But for the time being, everything's pretty quiet out there across our Lucky Star Casino Skycam network. We have some clouds moving in from the west. Temperatures overall pretty comfortable for this time of the year in the upper 70s right now. And really the only storms we have to be concerned about is in far southwestern Oklahoma. We had a couple severe thunderstorm warnings and one tornado warning. Many of those have now expired. So still just a lot of lightning, some heavy rain down there. But really the main story is going to be, again, later on tonight, moving in from the far northwestern part of the state. Slight risk of severe weather. Main threat is going to be golf ball sized hail and 60 to upwards, maybe even 80 mile per hour wind gusts between about 2 and 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. So very heavy rain, some gusty winds expected in the metro area by about sunrise. So make sure you stay tuned. I'm going to be timing those storms out hour by hour, let you know when they're going to roll through. Plus, we got another round on the way for Friday morning. I'll have all that coming up here for you in just a little bit.
Thank you, Ross. We'll move tonight. Choctaw Police releasing the 911 call after
Hey, I should be back bluntly after 9:20. 9:20 maybe. We will always keep you informed of the weather by audio. Maybe not for sure saying, but I'll make sure they tell you that way, and now we know who you're listening to. I'm not thinking it'll be this like it was before, right? Which obviously happened. came back not holding the horn, so I did that for a reason though. Put that over there. Hello?
From their company car.
Harmonica, yep. Nice and slow. Please. You got it.
Not very much work going on, but in the southwestern part, there, I cannot tell where this is from, but some things are still going up high a little bit, and this is about 6.5 right now. Mostly audio has been coming from about 6.5, most of it. And we've been on for quite a while, and I just think that was back for the restroom break. They've been off and on, no TV reports off and on. One radar, it just went down again. I've been up and down. I had 3 bathroom breaks in the last 3 hours, and the first bathroom break came as soon as we came online. I was like, no. And of course, we can't get nothing from KF or K4 TV because of Red TV and Nexstar has the problem right now a little bit, and we're down, and Chat Tex is trying to get them to agree within the contract, and their contract with Nexstar expired last Sunday at 6 o'clock on Channel 4 and 46 TV, by the way, and 46 is owned by Channel 4, and they're owned by the same company. So I can't do nothing without the sound from them, and no, there's no Channel 4 at all here anymore like it used to be, but I'm not gonna be able to do that one. Yeah, we've been on since about almost 6:20 this evening, and we extended an additional hour because due to the weather conditions right now, and ow! And now the southwestern part of the state, which is that way, in that direction. No, I'm gonna keep you advised on the weather a little bit for additional 30 more minutes. Well, what about regular line here? Because it's been 3 hours. I've been on for 7 hours, and we'll give you one more weather report prior of us going online, going off from line. And So things have calmed down a lot here lately, and David Payne has not come back on yet, and neither has the other two channels or anything. So. And about ready to have one more report from KLKH Fox 25 here in just a short little bit, and we've got 5 minutes, so we might be cutting line before that. And if it happens to your area, tune in real quick to your local channel, whether you guys got it on 8. Always go to the main ones that you do know about. And okay, we're about ready to go ahead in 5 minutes, and I'm gonna bring it out and bring the timer back in here. We have to edit this one more time than we're supposed to, and we're within just a few minutes going offline, and there's my next invitation to you that we're gonna be leaving the air in about roughly 3.5 minutes from now, and the storms happen during the night. Make sure you always use your radio or your TV. If we happen not to be online, then always do that. We have been on a very heavy schedule here for the last, almost 2 weeks here with that video deal. And this has gone up to 3 hours right here. And this will be the first 3 hours since last week ago. Almost a week ago. The baseball game was going on, and with the last one, and we're about ready to leave in about 2.5 minutes, and we'll be leaving very soon. And Pardock, I think he's long gone. Let me take this minute. Let's go see the chat where he's at. He is way up there. He's way up there. About 10 texts behind me now, and we're about ready. We're at the first 2-minute warning, and while we're crashing this live stream, always go to local TV. If we have not been on it, go to the local network television channel. I mean, the channel that carries that network, and listen to it very carefully. I'm always ahead of you guys. I always will be. We've been on for quite a while, and we've been another minute here or so. And we will be leaving the giveaways very soon. And we got 1 minute to go. You know, I want to tell you something. You guys been great here over the last 3 hours. 3 hours. That means we had a couple confirmed tornadoes a little bit. And you guys have a wonderful night. And I'll see you guys in the morning. On a Thursday morning. And see you guys later on. And have a good night. And bye-bye. For now. And ciao, mate. And bye.